Step 1. Sew in your LEDs. I prefer to sew in my negative line and then my positive line after, but ultimately it doesn't matter. One thing to notice here is that I stretched the top between a vice grip and some clamps on the table so that since it's a stretchy fabric and we're using non-stretchy thread, if you have it stretched out when you're sewing it, it turns out better. Step 2. Sew in the lily pad and temperature sensor on the inside. I had already kind of started this in step 1 because I prefer to sew them in simultaneously, but again, ultimately it doesn't matter. While you're sewing, make sure that you're going through and testing it with a multimeter because there's nothing worse than sewing everything in and then realizing you messed up somewhere. Step 3. Code. The code that I've written I have also attached either to this video or somewhere near this video, or it's pretty easily Googleable. Or if you're feeling ambitious, you can write your own, or if you're new at this, I would suggest that you write your own with code that you know already works next to you while you're writing it, which is how I got better at this. Step 4. Fix all of your hardware while you can. For me, this involved fixing the battery and extending that cord, and drinking copious amounts of coffee. Step 5. Attach your fabric. I used chiffon-ish kind of stuff so that the LEDs could twinkle through gently and kind of glow in the dark. And then I hot glued it on because I didn't want the little stitches from the sewing showing through the chiffon. Also, with fabrics that are mostly polyester, you can melt the edges using a lighter gently to give it like a nice finish without having to do a rollover stitching. Ta-da!